Hello, friends. Have you ever traveled the world? If not, I'm here to take you around the world. So get ready for the new experience of different things and try to meet different people in our captivating story around the world in 80 days. Written by Jules Verne. He was a French writer. He was one of the first authors to write science fiction. Some of his books include Journey to the Center of Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days. Let me introduce the famous characters of this story. Jean Passepartout, a newly hired butler to Fogg, somewhat mirrors Fogg's characteristics of being precise, contented and eager to please his master. Protective of Fogg and defends his honor, he was trustworthy. He could be trusted with Fogg's money. Now, the protagonist of the story, Phileas Fogg, a wealthy gentleman of 40, an extremely meticulous man who thrives on routine, stickler for punctuality, determined to win the wager. Practical travels light, calm, and collected, never panics despite the many advertises they faced. Now, the center of the story, Reform Club. It is the main place of the story. Around the World in 80 Days is a classical adventure novel by the French writer Jules Verne, published in 1873. It is one of the Verne's most acclaimed works. The story starts in London on Tuesday, 1st October 1872. Fogg is a rich British gentleman living in solitude. Despite his wealth, he lives a modest life. He is a member of Reform Club. At the Reform Club, Fogg gets involved in an argument over an article in the Daily Telegraph stating that with the opening of a new railway section in India, it is now possible to travel around the world in 80 days. This is the newspaper, the Daily Telegraph. He accepts a wager for £20,000 from his fellow club members, which he will receive if he makes it round the world in 80 days. Having taken leave from his friends from Reform Club, Fogg at 20 minutes past 7 left the Reform Club. Passport was surprised to see his master appearing at the unaccustomed hour. Passepartout made his appearance. We start over at Calais 10 minutes. A puzzled grin overspread Passepartout's round face. Means we are going to leave home. Yes, we are going to leave home. We are going round the world. Round the world? Yes, in 80 days. So we haven't a moment to lose. But the trunks? We will have no trunks, but only one carpet bag with 2 shirts and 3 pair of stockings for me and the same for you. We will buy our clothes on the way. Bring down my sport shoes and traveling cloak. We shall do little walking, make haste. Passepartout mounted into his own and fell into his chair in his room. Around the world in 80 days. Was his master a fool? By 8 o'clock, Passepartout had packed a modest carpet bag. Mr. Fogg was quite ready. Under his right arm was a railway timetable. He opened the carpet bag and slipped into a good reel of Bank of England note. Then they took a cab and reached the railway station at 20 minutes past 8. Mr. Fogg was crossing the railway station to the train when he perceived his 5 friends of the Reform Club waiting at the platform. Gentlemen, I hope you see, and if you will examine my passport, when I get back, you will be able to judge whether I have accomplished my journey that I agreed upon. Oh, damn, quite. It would be unnecessary, Mr. Fogg. We will trust you and your words as a gentleman of honor. You do not forget, when you are due in London in 18 days, we will meet on 21st December 1872 on Saturday before 9 p.m. Goodbye. They both seated themselves in first-class carriages 20 minutes before 9. 5 minutes later, the whistle screamed and the train slowly glided out of the station. Just as the train was whirling through the station, Passepartout suddenly uttered a cry of despair. Alas, I forgot. What? What you forgot? To turn off gas in my room. Very well, young man. It will burn at your expense. So be ready for that. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the story.